Hi everyone, I'm K.S. Lewis and welcome to Love Dish, where each week we infuse the richness of love and relationships with the goodness of great food. Now, when communicating with others, we often focus on what we should say. But if we're so focused on what we're saying, are we really listening to the other person? Effective communication is more about listening and less about talking. Are we understanding the emotions that are being conveyed? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Probably not. But tonight, I'm dishing with international journalist and two-time award-winning blogger, the Media Prince, and we're talking all things communications when it comes to love. So meet me right back here and be ready to take notes.
Sit right here, my dear. Come on, baby, open up about your fears. Let's talk about love, laughs and tears. I hope that I make it clear for you, love, I'm here.
Baby, just show me your heart. You know that this could be the very start of something wonderful, so incredible. Just the right amount of flavor makes this a dish we both can savor.
Let's bring together these ingredients of joy and laughter, so we can make this love dish. We can make this love dish.
Hi everyone, I'm K.S. Lewis. Welcome back to Love Dish. And just like I promised, I have my guest, the Media Prince.
How's it going, everybody?
I am so excited to have you. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
And we, like I told everyone, we're going to talk about communicating in love and relationships tonight.
Okay.
But first, just tell me a little bit about how you got started. How did you become the Media Prince?
Okay, well, it goes back to college days, actually. I used to write for HBCU Buzz.
Okay.
Then I wrote for the Washington Post. And so I would do little gigs, freelance work here and there, writing for different publications, both Charlotte and in D.C.
Okay.
Worked with the Urban Informant 93.9. And everyone has a niche of what they want to write about. It's either a deep story that's trending the world or a mainstream artist. But then it's like, what about the local talent and the local stories that are happening that need to be heard, that are quite more important than what's being shoved down our throats? So I'm saying, what good outlet could I create to where those voices are heard?
Right.
And so that's how the Media Prince became to be.
That's awesome. And so I'm assuming you were able to, just create space for local talent in the Washington metro area, because
Correct.
That's where we are now.
Exactly.
And Charlotte as well. Okay. And so when did you start this? Because you're a young guy.
So by the Media Prince on its own, I started in February of 2015.
Wow.
So coming up on my 3-year anniversary, and it's some stuff that you guys are all seeing unfold right now.
Congratulations on the 3-year anniversary that's coming.
Actually, I'm sorry. March. It just happened.
Okay. Oh, that's
yes.
right. You're right.
Right. So actually, it was February of 2015 where I started creating the foundation of learning the name.
Okay.
And this website actually launched March. So we just celebrated 3 years. And so now I'm just focused on catering to all the areas of of different countries now versus just the DMV area.
I'm sure, because you are, like we said, an international journalist and blogger. And so I'm sure you have people coming out of the woodwork just trying to get you to hear their story, hear their song, see whatever they're doing so that you can, at least give them a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
Exactly. So it's definitely a humbling feeling, just knowing that I could just. So many people want to get on my,
right.
Thinking of this, I never thought it would be where it's at now. So it's like, wow, you really want to get on here? So sometimes I still have to remember, like, dang, like they really want to get on my site. So it keeps me humble, but it also excites me that I'm allowing my platform to open a door for someone else's.
That's awesome. I love it. Well, I'm excited to have you in my kitchen tonight.
Hey.
And definitely talking about communicating, because communication in relationships is just, it can be up and down. Mm-hmm. It can be up and down. And I think depending upon who you are, what you're going through, then I think it will kind of sway how you say things.
Right.
And if you say it the wrong way, you're not going to get what you're intending to get in some aspects. So, but tell us a little bit about your dish and why it's your signature dish.
So we're gonna make garlic shrimp scampi, and so I'm
my favorite words.
Now I am a shrimp lover.
I am too.
There were about 3 times in my life where one was like a 4-month span, and then 2 were 6-month spans where I was just straight pescatarian.
Okay.
So only
nothing
seafood.
wrong with that. Shout out to pescatarians.
And when I tell you, I was shrimp overlord, and my pockets were hitting me because I couldn't keep going to Red Lobsters for their shrimp scampi. So
right.
I gotta figure out a way to where I can cook my own shrimp scampi at home and not have to keep giving it to Red Lobsters.
Right.
And now that the grocery store sells their biscuits too, then I'm like, okay,
it's
all in one.
It's a wrap. You ain't even gotta go over there anymore.
Exactly. So I just wanted to make this for us tonight.
I'm excited. Well, we got the shrimp. We got some mushrooms over there. We got quite a few little things.
Yes.
We're going to go in the kitchen and get started and get the pots clanging. All right. So we will be right back. Join us in just a moment on Love Dish. Welcome back to Love Dish. I'm KS Lewis with the Media Prince.
Hey there.
And we are getting ready to make shrimp scampi, one of my favorite dishes. We're going to talk about love, one of my favorite subjects. So we are just doing everything tonight. So quickly, tell me everything that you have up here before I eat some of it.
Perfect. So we have some chicken broth. We have angel hair pasta.
Okay.
Parmesan cheese.
Yes.
I'm a Parmesan cheese.
I'm in love already.
So we're using everything of Parmesan cheese.
Yes.
We have garlic. Of course, we have this succulent shrimp.
Yes.
Some breadcrumbs, but you're going to see how we're going to toss it together. We have some garlic. We have some parsley.
Ooh, I'm excited. And so this is such a universal dish. Mm-hmm. Anywhere you go, you really, have an option for shrimp scampi because it's such a good dish. It's so fluent in every arena. But tell us the best places that you like to use this dish.
The best places I like to
use. Or the best scenarios.
Yeah. To be quite honest, I could use this for a meal of the week.
Okay.
Like something, like I love Italian food.
Yes,
so
me too.
I could just say, you know what? What's a dish that's not only tasty, but I know can last me for a good amount of time, and it's something I don't mind eating every day. Yeah,
because it'll yield a good amount, right?
So you right now we're setting the taste buds right now.
I'm already there. And I've got your water going. So tonight I'm your sous chef. So I'm here to just really help you with any part of the recipe that you need me for.
So all I need you to do is chop up some parsley.
I'm gonna do that.
And garlic, and
I'm gonna do that. And I got minced garlic. Can we use minced garlic?
Yeah, we can use minced garlic.
Okay, all right. Because sometimes the way I hit the garlic clove.
Say no more. So this minced garlic is gonna do everything we needed to do.
Right. So I'll definitely do that. And I've got your water getting ready to boil, and we'll put the noodles in just a second. So, but while we're doing that, I gotta start asking you about communicating and love, because you are the man when it comes to communication. So, what do you feel like are the key factors in communicating effectively in love and relationships?
Ooh, honesty. You gotta just tell it how you feel, like literally, because if you don't, it can go down the drain. So if you're feeling some type of way, as I say, you gotta let it be known right in there, or else you gonna just dwell on it, and it's gonna get worse and worse and worse.
Right. So real quick, how much of this parsley am I chopping up?
So actually, once you Actually, this is good. This is good. This is good right there. Hey.
I'm an A student.
You ain't know? Y'all ain't know?
So, yeah, honesty is good. Are there any other factors that you think are real key?
Along with honesty, I honestly say with a relationship and, communicating, just make sure that your communication is good communication too.
Okay.
I'm real big on what you're speaking to the universe is how it can affect relationships. So if you guys,
it's almost like an energy exchange.
Energy exchange, exactly. So sometimes,
I'm gonna grab the noodles while we're.
Yes, please. You can go ahead and put them in the water.
Okay.
So when you speak negative into the relationship,
right,
it doesn't go right. So certain things that can be an argument, and then once the argument's done, that you can realize that it really wasn't that important. Okay. Go ahead and avoid it in the first place. Speak positivity.
Give me an example, because I think sometimes I do think that sometimes people are sharing their thoughts and they're communicating honestly, and maybe it's not received in the way that they intend, and so
let me give you an example, and I'm gonna throw a quick friend under the bus, but
oh no,
I got multiple friends that deal in the situation. So say there's a one of the significant others had plans to go out. Okay. But everything was planned for once the other significant other gets home, then they swap, and then that's when they go out. Okay. So one significant other comes home too late, and the other significant other didn't even get to go out and have their plans. So versus making that something to where it's a huge argument. Right. Just because that can blow up very quickly. That can blow up very quickly. Like, I sat here and planned all this for you, and you get here, and now you want to do something else, or you get here late, or you just don't feel like doing anything. So then that's where you could just sit down and say, I'm just going to be honest with you. That really felt that goes to my first thing. I felt some type of way. Right. But I won't fault you with this because I know your intentions weren't to be like this. So and then that could change the whole scenario to the other person be like, you know what, I'm so sorry. Yeah. This won't ever happen again. As a matter of fact, tomorrow, such and such, such and such. You get what I'm saying? It can just change.
I'm going to hook you up.
I'm going to hook you up. I'm like, I might get your nails in here done.
Hey, I need that kind of communication in my life all the time.
And I think that works. I think that's needed.
Yeah, I agree. And I live by one of the thoughts that I heard a long time ago, and it basically says that we judge people by their actions, but we judge ourselves by our intentions. And I think that's really important because it goes back to what you said. It's not, things sometimes get misconstrued and they're not accepted or received in the intended way. Exactly. And it just blows up. And I think a lot of times, like I said, we're looking at what happened as to the intention of it. And it just goes awry from that point. So talking sounds like it's probably
the tension, that's it. The tension could not have been negative at all. Right. But due to
9 times out of 10, I think it's not. Most of the time people are really trying to do right by their partner.
But some of us are trained to go, so it's like, you can't what?
Right, so, exactly. On 10 in like 2 seconds.
2.5.
How do people successfully connect? Because right now, and I always say this, I think this is a time of like microwave relationships or speed racer relationships. Everything is like you just said, like they're on go. Like everybody is trying to get to wherever they're trying to go real fast. How do you think people successfully connect in that type of atmosphere?
They don't. To be quite honest, and I say this because being as though we are now in the times where people are meeting people so fast, so quickly. Yeah. You don't know the person.
That's true. Meeting online or just kind of.
The thing is with it, you meet not all the qualities of it. Like you just meet a few traits of the person. Okay. And then the people forget that somebody can show you traits for a good 6-7 years. They can show you the same traits.
I call that having your representative.
Right.
And they allow their representative to stay a whole lot longer than they should.
Right. And then you could just be dating a representative for a minute. And then...
Which I'm not a proponent of, by the way. Don't date that representative. You better find out who that really is.
Then there gets to a place where you finally meet
the real person
who's in charge of that representative, and
right.
who's been, and then it's like, whoa.
Isn't it crazy when the representative is no longer there? You meet the real person and you don't like the real person.
And then now you
bring the representative back, please.
And then you've invested time
and
energy into that person versus getting to actually know them in that time frame to where you could have met the representative could have faded to the back.
Gone down the road, right?
And then you got to a space where you met them.
So, do you think it's hard to take someone seriously then?
Well, with that too, I can't really say it's not as hard. Now, I won't say. Of course, I stand exactly by what I said at first,
right.
But there are times where you could connect with somebody. You can meet somebody and you click.
Right.
And I say go off your vibes.
Mm-hmm.
And if you allow God into what you do,
yes,
I
think that's key.
You'll get answers will come to you easier than you thought they were.
And some people may not necessarily believe in Christianity where they refer to God as God. They might just believe in a higher power or whatever higher power or
and I say to those
source of spirituality they have.
Right. And if you're in spirituality, your spirit will tell you what it feels. And sometimes we just have to go ahead and trust it. Even if you want to fight temptation. Because your spirit will lead you exactly where it's supposed to go to.
I agree.
Let's get the skillet out.
I'm going to cut your noodles off because they cook so fast. So I'm sure they're al dente. And I don't want them to overcook. All right. So while you are about to put that in the pan, so just tell us really quickly what you're about to do. And what you've already done.
So right now we've sauteed the shrimp.
Okay.
We got our parmesan, our garlic, salt and pepper, our red crushed pepper.
So red pepper flakes.
And of sugar.
Which I love.
We're going to, then I got some Parmesan cheese, of course, stirred into it. So then it gets the zing flavor, the Parmesan flavor.
So for someone making this at home, really simple seasoning, salt, pepper, red pepper flakes to taste, right?
To taste, exactly, to your taste, because you can get it in there.
Right, but,
then you have, of course, shrimp. You can get meat scallop. Just eggs and breadcrumbs.
Okay.
Something really.
That sounds so
And I
simple.
say you can get plain or Italian. It's up to you how you want to get it, but just breadcrumbs.
And tonight we have Italian breadcrumbs. So.
That's perfect. See, and if you really wanted to get that Italian flair, get the Italian breadcrumbs.
That's right.
It works. And so then what we're getting ready to do now is I'm getting ready to put some butter in a skillet.
Okay.
With a head of olive oil, and I'm going to dip the shrimp and hit some egg and then a little bit of breadcrumbs. So it's not too crunchy, excited. But it's like a nice.
So this is kind of like a battered and
but not too fried, but a nice little crisp to it. Just a nice little crisp.
This is so nice. I love it. I can't wait to eat this. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Yes.
Okay, so and then you put I'm sure the skillet is gonna be like on medium low heat.
Medium low heat.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and turn that on for you.
Perfect.
Melt the butter. You really are talking my language. You got shrimp here, you got cheese, you got breadcrumbs, you got butter, wine. What in the world?
So the next
all of my favorite things. Well, most of them.
So in this bowl, I'm just going to put some garlic and some parmesan.
And then more garlic, which I love. This is such a simple dish.
Very simple.
Because when you hear shrimp scampi, sometimes it sounds so complicated. And layered. Exactly. But this is really easy, really cut and dry. Parmesan cheese, minced garlic, very simple stuff.
Very simple.
And you can make this, like you said, on a weeknight or for a date night.
A date night will probably help the relationship.
I believe so too. So let me ask you this. Does the level of communication change depending on the longevity of the relationship? And what I mean by that is, does the communication, is it different if we're just meeting each other rather than if I've been looking at your crusty dusty for 5 years?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
The sad part is it goes backwards.
Tell me more about that.
Excitement first.
Okay.
And then it gets to comfortable. Where the excitement leaves when it should be, the excitement should stay. You think it should
be vice versa?
No, I think it should stay excitement all the way.
But how do you keep that excitement? Like, seriously, how does one stay excited? Particularly if they feel like they're maybe still dealing with the representative?
Well, in those cases, I tell people...
I can grab you another spoon. You need another spoon?
Yes. I tell people in those instances, that's when communication comes involved. People forget that you can actually talk to your mate,
right, and
tell them exactly how you're feeling at that point in time. Like, you can definitely say, that, I'm feeling like bored. I'm feeling like you're not there's something fun. I'm feeling like we're not doing anything. And people forget that just because your mate tell you, you can turn that to love. Okay. Just because you tell your mate that you're not satisfied at that particular moment, it's not rejection.
Right.
That's your mate telling you, hey, there's a part of me that feels as though I need to be satisfied. And I'm telling you because I want you to satisfy it.
Right. And I don't know that people do that. Mm-hmm. I think in this day and age, people just assume that your significant other is supposed to know how to satisfy you in whatever way it is. I mean, it could be physically, it could be, spiritually, it could be emotionally. And when they're not meeting that need, they automatically just start dipping in somebody else's DMs or, or having a work wife or a work husband or just a work other, whatever it is. And that is scary. Mm-hmm. That is scary. How do we combat that?
More communication, like literally more honest truth. If you're not feeling satisfied, let the person know, because it helps eliminate those problems to where you're cheating and ruining your family.
Right.
And then once you've ruined it, then you're thinking like, dang, maybe I should just came and talk to them. You could just do that from the first.
Now,
and I don't know if we're scared of communication or we're scared to hurt the person and let them know that they're not satisfactory. And I think we've gotten into such a place that people will feel like as though if I tell them they're not satisfied, then they either go and leave or...
But it could be a little bit of both also. Mm-hmm. Like, it could be a little bit of not wanting to hurt that person, and then the fear of maybe once I start telling you your flaws, you can tell me mine.
That too.
And I can't, I can't step up to the plate. I don't know. But I think so. I want to make sure people know what we're doing and just be able to take a look at this. I mean, this looks so good. It's not drowning in any of the egg or the breadcrumbs or cheese. And you're going to put it in the butter and let it just kind of roll around and get real happy in there. So we're going to take a quick commercial break and we'll get that on the stove while we do that, right?
On the stove.
All right. So we will be right back with Love Dish in just a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to Love Dish. As you can see, we are laughing. We are having a good time. We have been cooking, and now we're going to play a little game. Is that okay?
I'm down for it.
Okay. All right. Well, this is, I'm a little old school. So I bring the old school, you bring the new school.
Okay.
So we're going to play a game called What You Talking About, Willis? And that's from an old show, throwback to I'm a 70s baby, so throwback to the 70s. 70s and 80s, I should say. But there was a show called Different Strokes. And so one of the characters on there, the little brother, used to always ask his brother, what you talking about, Willis? Whenever he would, be like, you talking about some crazy stuff. So I think we're going to be asked some questions. And we both have a stack of little cards here.
Okay.
And we're going to answer the questions with our cards.
Okay.
And the cards are all kinds of different emojis because we've been talking about communication tonight. And whether or not we effectively communicate with our cards or not, they'll let us know.
Uh-oh.
Okay? So let's get started. I'm going to say, I probably would say, depends.
If you look good.
True. If you look good. But I told you I'm awkward, so my first thought would be like, oh my God, he said I'm gorgeous.
Stranger danger.
Stranger danger. Praise him.
Yes, I am.
Mine would be like, yes.
What does this look like? Oh my goodness.
And if you ugly.
If they're ugly.
I'm sleep.
Sleep. I'm asleep on that one. Oh, okay.
Or you gotta look a little harder. Dig deep. First question is there a bag involved? And then if the answer is yes.
I don't get it. Look. Yeah. That often. I'm usually asking, can I take you out?
Right.
Hey.
We match on that one.
It was a good time.
All right, and one last question.
Wait, how long we known each other? Well,
wait, it depends. Wait, hold on. The first one I got to do is... It's
all about what you look like. So...
Let me see what you're holding. And... if you hold it right, yes.
Gorgeous.
But then what if...
Not gorgeous.
This is mine. This is an X. No.
I want to know who you're talking to.
Right.
And I'm just kind of sad that you're talking to me.
Like, why did you even bring it up? I can go back to this one.
I'm asleep tonight.
I'm asleep.
I gotta get some rest.
I have all of these. Look at this. What would we use this one for?
A shining star. That's how bright you are. See how poetic I am?
You're very poetic. But you know my name means brightly shining.
So that's exactly what that meant.
Hey.
Brightly shining.
I do that all the time. That's actually my favorite emoji. That one.
I'm a little creepish when I use these eyes.
Me too.
I'm like very, very creepish.
I don't know about how creepish.
No, like it's a little
what?
Creep squadish.
Really?
Very creepish when I put these eyes. It depends on what you have said to me, and I'm like.
So I use it whenever I see somebody that looks like that I need to take a second look at. Like if it's a posting or they got like a little nice ab, situation going. I'm like, hey, blink, blink, blink.
Let's stick with yours. That sounds more appropriate.
But I want to hear more about this creepish stuff. Is it like, what kind of creeping you talking about? Like real creeping?
Creepy, like, you want me to really give the example?
Yeah, give the example.
Hey, getting out the shower.
Oh, I mean, I think that's normal. I think I would probably do the same one.
Laying in bed, in a t-shirt.
But then you gotta do this, even though we don't use these type anymore. Oh my goodness. You know what? I use these all the time. I'm like notorious for just doing a bunch of hearts. I don't know if that's good or bad when you slide.
I got a good few to show.
You have a couple good ones.
I can use it in that mode.
You can use it in there. Maybe if I use this one, I won't be single. What does that mean when you slide?
That's when I slide in your DM. I'll put the picture. I'll send you the picture.
Okay.
With the thumbs up.
Okay.
Or I'll send you the picture that I like that you just posted.
I like that one.
And then this just gets you to think like, oh,
what does he mean? He's so sweet and angelic.
Here we go.
Meanwhile, here I go again. It's usually 3 or 4 of them. That's all I ever. When I slide in the DM,
you just let them know it's all love here.
It's all love. It's all love. Or if they say something funny,
okay,
I might do this one. So tell me if this is appropriate. This one.
That definitely works.
Really?
It definitely works.
I don't know if I believe it.
That'll make me think like, oh, okay. I'm looking snazzy, yeah.
Let me see. The wink and the kiss. I use this one sometimes when I slide.
What's really good?
I can tell
what's happening,
really good.
Willis? What's going on?
What you talking about, Willis?
Yeah, what are you doing at this
But then what about this one?
Ooh, you like to get kinky. Where are you going? Where are
this
you?
means kinky?
Where are you? Mm-hmm.
Really?
That's the text where I write back and say, where you at?
And then what about this one? This is the morning after. The stars.
It'll get my interest because I'll be like, well, why you do that?
So what's a morning after emoji with these?
A morning after emoji. If we did our due diligence and made you feel great the night before.
All right. You talking right.
What you can send to us.
Right.
This is nice.
Really?
This is a nice thing.
Okay.
Like, okay.
Okay.
We left a good
Good impression.
A good impression there.
Okay.
I actually would take this. This.
Okay.
I would take these two. Now, if you hitting me with this, I'm a little scared because either you got something or I didn't do something right.
But what does this one even mean?
Disappointment.
This is disappointment?
Yeah. You were faking last night.
I feel like, see, I've always thought this just meant like,
no,
I'm
that
not
gives
sure.
me sad. Like, I'm extremely, I can't even open my eyes right now.
What about this one? Cookie Monster.
That might be telling me you're
that might be what I need to put in the. Now
when I see this, it's like you're telling me to come eat something.
Oh, all right. Well, maybe I should use that one more often, and then someone can come and cook for me, and I can.
You may not want to put that. They may be coming over here for just the wrong thing.
Oh my goodness! And then
depends on what picture you put with that. If you put one of them pictures that's
like that, I like that.
Like that. If you put a picture like that where the picture's like that's like you the one.
Okay.
You the one.
But I feel like this was like the best morning after.
Oh yeah, that's the you broke my complete spine.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Or for the fellas, you have
made a great impression.
You no longer are property of anybody else but me.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, who knew that emoji said so much? So we are going to take a quick break. We're going to plate our meal and we'll be right back. Welcome back to Love Dish. As you can see, we've made it back to the table. We have the most beautiful shrimp scampi I have ever seen right in front of us, thanks to the media prints.
Thank you so much. I'm feeling quite accomplished.
Hey, listen, if nobody else tells you, you are. With this dish right here, I can't wait to taste it. I do have a couple more questions, though.
Sure.
So, we played that game inside talking about communicating with emojis and all that, and that was so fun. But I heard communication has a lot more to do with connection and passion rather than talking. Do you agree with that?
Definitely can agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes you need to put your passion to what you talk about.
Okay.
Maybe that allows that, to me, it's an outlet to more serious talk. You're more passionate about the talk.
Right.
And now you're feeling like you can let some more of you out. Okay. You can express yourself more.
How do you think people show love to each other without using words? Because we had a lot of fun with the little pieces of paper and stuff, but that's not necessarily the real world. Like, people aren't at home holding up emojis like, you want dinner? So how do people show love to one another and show that passion that you're talking about without so much using the words?
And it's little things, like really little things to where you're showing your love. Like, you see your significant other pulling up to the car, and they went grocery shopping, something like that. Mm-hmm. So you already out there ready to take the bags. They don't even you don't have to ask them. You don't even have to say anything. Just emotion, like, go ahead in the house. That automatically just feel like, oh,
I love that. I love the sound of that.
It's little things like that you could just show your love for somebody. You seeing that they drop something, you pick it up. Mm-hmm. It's like little things like that, and that just shows your with love for them. Yeah. And it's things that people don't particularly count. Like those things, we dwell over. We go over those, go over our head when we sit back and think like, dang. That was love being shown to me.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Those things can really be taken for granted, until you don't have it anymore.
Until you don't have it no more. To where, you
so make sure you're picking up the socks, picking up the, getting the groceries, giving the foot rub, all of that kind of thing. I agree fully. So I have one more question.
Okay.
That I ask everyone that comes on the show. But before I ask that question, tell us how people can find you, how they can keep in touch with you, how they can learn about what you have going on.
Sure. So you can follow me in all outlets at The Media Prince, and that's Prince, Prince. And you can just email me, themediaprincelv@gmail.com. You can email my publicist or my manager, Sandra at just1pr.com. themediaprince@gmail.com. And you can just send us, talk to us, I make sure that I at least try to answer at least 50 emails a day and 10 DMs a day. So you can always contact me. You can always contact me. And if you got, so much new talent, so much, new chefs, new authors, new fashion designers, new talk show hosts. It's new artists. It's stuff that needs to be seen. So I want to make sure I don't miss it. So I'm always looking.
You aren't missing a beat at all. You aren't missing a thing. And you're right. There are a lot of new people. So I love that, and I love the fact that you said you answer emails and DMs every single day. So anybody can, there's multiple ways that they can reach out to you. So.
And then make sure your approach is professional too.
Right. None of that emoji stuff. Right.
After 11, emojis are acceptable. So I'm kidding.
Okay.
But no, just make sure if you're coming to me, it's professional. I don't feel like it's just like I'm not going to answer this. But just make sure you come with your A game, and then we can get some work done.
Right. And I think people can appreciate that because, if they want to be taken seriously, then they should approach everything that they do seriously. Exactly. Yeah. So I agree. My last question. Okay. What is your greatest hope for love?
To find it.
Okay. To find it. Okay.
And it doesn't need to rush right now because I'm pretty busy and I'm loving,
loving the busyness.
I'm loving the busyness, and I'm always ready to, make room for love. But right now, it's no pressure for it to come this way just yet. Okay. But I'm open to find it.
Right. Well, you heard it right here. He's not too busy for love, but he don't want it right this minute.
It's like a oxymoron.
Right. It's always that way. So I just want to say one more time, thank you so much for coming. I so appreciate you coming on the show, showing us your signature dish. I can't wait to taste it. Yes. And thank you so much for watching tonight. Look for the recipe down below. Try it out, comment, and please let me know your results. We're going to take a taste and dig in. You're watching Love Dish. Thank you for hanging out. We'll see you next week. This is so good. This is amazing.
Sit right here, my dear. Come on, baby, open up about your fears. Let's talk about love. Laughs and tears, I hope that I make it clear. For you, love, I'm here.
Baby, just show me your heart. You know that this could be the very start of something wonderful, so incredible. Just the right amount of flavor makes this a dish we both can savor.